Finished goods comes under what? Yes, it will comes under your office and administration overhead. Power under factory expenditure and electricity under your office expenditure. Carrying goods from one place to another place, we call it as freight. Direct wages comes under prime cost. Indirect wages comes under factory. Hello everyone, I am your Adarsh sir, lecturer in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. So we are in the session 7 of your topic called Cost Accounting. What we will do it today? In today's session, we will do one problem that is very important as concerned to your examination. In your examination, what kind of problems you can expect? Whatever we are doing today, those kind of problems only you can expect. And whatever problem we are solving today, that is your previous year question paper problems. Whatever problems will work out from today onwards, everything will be your question paper problems only. Your past 10 years question paper, from that only we have picked few problems. What will be your agenda? The agenda is very simple. Problem on cost sheet. Now, this will be your problem. The heading will be A Limited provides the following information from its costing records are related to the month of July 2020. They are preparing cost sheet for the what month? July month. So month or date are not considered here. Whatever given in the question, that is only for your heading purpose. Now, first one will be your raw material. As I told you, opening and closing raw material will come under what? Yes, these things will come under prime cost. Then work in progress. Work in progress comes under what? Yes, it will come under factory cost. So it will come under factory cost. Then the next one is finished goods. Finished goods comes under what? Yes, it will comes under your office and administration overhead. And also we call it as office and administration cost. Now, this will come under office and administration cost. These three things we completed. Remember, always the opening and closing stock comes under your prime cost. Your second one, your work in progress opening and closing comes under factory. And your finished goods opening and closing comes under your office and administration. Now everything is easy now. Just we have to bifurcate whether it will come under your factory or office or selling and distribution, or else whether it will come under prime cost. Anything which is related to direct, it will come under prime cost. Anything which is indirect expenses may come under factory, office or selling and distribution. Now, we'll go one by one. Purchase of direct material, it will come under prime cost. Then direct wages, see again the word direct, it will come under prime cost. Then direct expenses, easy to find out, this also comes under prime cost. Then you have indirect wages. Direct wages comes under prime cost. Indirect wages comes under factory cost. Now, this will comes under factory overhead or factory cost. Then freight for purchase of material. See, this is nothing but your carriage inward. We call it as prime cost. Then sales commission. Sales, the word itself says that it is sales. Sales commission comes under selling and distribution cost. Then your selling expenses, similar, easy to find out. This is also selling and distribution cost. So almost we have completed your first part of your question. Please take a screenshot or have a look so that you will understand these things comes under in which. Next, once if you're done with these things, what is the next step? Next step is very simple. Traveling expenses of salesman. As I told you, traveling expenses of salesman. Salesman comes under where? Whether he will work in factory? No. He will work in office? No. Salesman, he is only meant for sales purpose. Who is appointed to sell the product. So it will come under selling and distribution cost. So selling and distribution cost. Then foreman salary. As I told you, who is foreman? There are 3 to 4 workers will be there. So who will supervise? The boss RS who is supervise those 4 members. So normally he stays in factory. So it will come under factory cost. Then repairs to plant. Plant means what? Where you keep your machines. So it will be your factory cost. Power. See, remember, power means what? There are 2 things. One will be electricity, other one will be power. So why we classify it as power and electricity? If you want to run your machines, you need huge kilowatt. The power capacity should be more. So we call it as power chargers. If you want to switch on your light, fan, AC, you need less power. Your power consumption will be less compared to machinery. So that's why we call it as power under factory expenditure and electricity under your office expenditure. So office and administration cost. Then rent. Have they mentioned anything? No. So we'll check. Rather rent we can go for office and administration cost. If they have mentioned that rent for factory building, then what we should do? We have to consider under factory. If they have not mentioned anything, we'll write it under office. Then salary to office staff, it will be office cost. Then stationery purchased simple, it will be office overhead or office cost. Next, traveling allowance. What is traveling allowance? Again, this is for what? Sales purpose. No, but traveling allowance to office manager. They have not given to salesperson. They have given to whom? Office manager. Now it will come under office and administration cost. Then last one, this will be sales. So sales means your final answer. Again, if sales is given, so what we should find out? Profit. How do you get profit? Sales minus cost itself your profit. Now, in this, rent and electricity are to be shared in the ratio of 2:2:1. Rent and electricity to be shared in the ratio of 2:2:1 respectively. Then, so between factory, office and sales department. See, in the question they have not mentioned rent for factory, rent for office or rent for selling and distribution, go down purpose. That's why in the adjustment they have given rent and electricity to be shared in the ratio of 2:2:1 respectively between. Now see, you have rent, so 2:2:1. You have electricity, 2:2:1. For whom? This will be factory, office and selling and distribution overhead. Now, how to calculate? What is your rent amount? Rent amount into 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. This will be 2/5, 2/5 and 1/5. The working out part we will do it later. Just I give you a brief introduction about this calculation. So hope you understood up to this. If you want, you can take screenshot. We'll move for the answer. Now, we're done with your question part. We'll go for what? Answers. Now, this will be your elements of cost. So your heading will be what? Elements of cost. Then the rupees and the last column will be total cost in rupees. Now, the heading must be what? I'll go back to your question. A Limited provides the following information from its cost records relating to the month of July. Now, cost sheet, your answer must be cost sheet for the month of July 2019. This must be your heading. Cost sheet for the month of July 2019. Now, once if you done this, you have to go for answer. Now, we'll go back to your question. Wherever we have mentioned it as prime cost, we'll take it those prime cost items. As per this, raw material opening and closing. Opening 33,200, we have to take it under prime cost, as well as 25 as closing balance, we have to consider for prime cost. Then direct wages. So direct wages, so it will be how much? Yes, 79,000. Direct expenses 12,000, and indirect wages. So indirect wages comes under what? Factory. Remember, direct wages comes under prime cost. Indirect wages comes under factory. Now, out of this, these two and opening and closing we have. Along with that, we have freight for purchase of material. We'll go for the answer. See, you have taken direct material and purchase of direct material. Freight for the purchase of. As I told you, freight means what? Carriage. What do you mean by freight? Exact meaning. Freight means transportation. Carrying goods from one place to another place, we call it as freight. Now, purchase of material we have taken. This will be 1,03,400. Now, for this, what you should do? Less closing stock of raw material taken. What you will get? Cost of material consumed. Hope you're clear. Now, once if you're done with this, again, go back. Your direct wages. What is that? Direct wages. Your direct wages is done. If you add everything, you will get 1,69,400. That is nothing but your prime cost. So if it is a 15 marks problem, your 15 marks will be subdivided like 5 marks for prime cost, 5 marks for your work cost, 5 marks for your total sales. Like that, they will divide and allot the marks. Hope up to prime cost, no doubts. Once you're done with prime cost, what is the next part? You have to go for factory expenses. We already discussed and we already marked which are the items comes under factory. Now, as per this, indirect wages, foreman's salary, repairs to plant, power, electricity. Electricity, as I told you, I'll go back to question. How much you have electricity? Electricity you have 1,600. But as per the question they have given, rent and electricity are to be shared in the ratio of 2:1. So 1,600 into 2 divided by 5. How come it is 5? 2:1 means 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. So the overall total will be 5 for the first thing. For the second one, again 2 by 5. For the third one, it will be 1 divided by 5. Hope you are clear. Now, so we're done with this calculation. How much you got? Now, as per this, 1,600 into 2 by 5. Then we'll go for electricity. Electricity is over. We'll go for rent. 4,000 into 2 by 5. This is all about your calculation. Hope you understood. Now, so this is done. Then add opening stock of work in progress less closing stock of work in progress. What you will get? You will get factory cost or work cost. Hope it is clear. Now, so up to this it is done. Your second part also completed. Now, Once you're done with factory cost, we'll go for your office and administration expenses. Now, same thing, electricity into 2 by 5, rent into 2 by 5. Why? Because for factory, it is 2. Office, it is 2. For selling and distribution, it is 1. So 2 by 5, 2 by 5 and 1 by 5. Whatever amount given, like they have given 1600 and 4000. This thing has to be multiplied. 1600 into 2 by 5, 1600 into 2 by 5, 1600 into 1 by 5. Similarly, 4000 into 2 by 5, 4000 into 2 by 5, and the last one 4000 into 1 by 5. Hope you're clear. Now, once if you're done with this, then what we'll do? Salary of office staff, stationery, traveling allowances, everything is done. So what you got? The answer nothing but cost of production. Clear? Yes, your cost of production is 2,17,280. Now, once if you're done with this means, we'll go for next one. That will be your third part. We're done with factory, we're done with prime cost, we're done with office. Now, the last part will be your selling and distribution. Before that, opening stock of finished goods, closing stock of finished goods minus, you got your cost of goods sold. Clear? Yes. Now, selling and distribution expenses. What are the selling and distribution expenses we have in this? We have sales commission, we have selling expenses, we have traveling expenses, and we have electricity as well as rent. See, for factory and office, we have taken 2 by 5. But for selling and distribution, we have taken 1 by 5. Now, do all the calculation. You got 31,250. Add everything. You got 2,51,400. Now, profit they have not given. How to find out? Simple. You know sales is 3,40,000. Where it is given, I'll go back to question. The sales is 3,40,000. Now, 3,40,000 minus your cost. 3,40,000 minus 2,51,400. How much you will get? You will get around 88,600. This will be your profit. Clear? Yes, easiest one. So first problem you may felt little complicated, second one easy, third easy, fourth easy. So one by one we are moving, means you are familiar with factory, office, prime cost as well as selling and distribution. We'll do another 3 or 4 problems so that you will be pakka or you will be perfect in cost sheet. So your theory and practical you will be perfect and your passing mark is in your hand. Now, so this is nothing but the working note. If you want, you can take just what I did, 2 by 5, like 2 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 5. For factory, we have taken 4,000, 4,000, 4,000 into 2 by 5, 2 by 5, 1 by 5. Also, you should do 1,600 into 2 by 5, 1,600 into 2 by 5, 1,600 into 1 by 5. Then you will get the answer of your electricity. Okay. Now, so this is all about your problem. I'll show all the slides for taking screenshot. Then we'll wind up the session. This will be your question. There is a continuation of your question. This will be your solution part 1, your solution part 2, your solution part 3, your solution, the final part as well as your part 4. This will be your working note. So, This is all about your today's session. We're done with almost your 70 to 75% of your concept called cost sheet. In the next session, we'll go with your topic called cost per unit. Easy, same to same, 95% exactly same. Just you have to do one more column, that will be division part. Thank you.